Hello everybody, it's Son of Beast and Roy Cruz. It's another NBA playoffs on 2K Sports as we welcome you to the second game of the presentation of the postseason. The next game, as we're sending it over to, it's the second versus the 7th seed of this matchup. Tonight, Orlando Magic are facing against the Boston Celtics at TD Garden Arena. Coverage of the second game is underway to show how it does. The last time we saw this one, the real game, Boston Celtics have won it all for our 2023-24 of the postseason. And our crowned NBA Finals, they have 18 titles of the season, and so far, however, this was a big jury to finish it all. I gotta say this one now. There's no other way to have a more potential gamer to that. But however, they've seen anybody that can definitely win things again over and over. What do you say? I think this one should be a fun night so far without the Sixers and the Suns. I think this one might be the better game to start things off in. Well, as of right now, this instantly, this is the only part of it to show what goes on with a big start off to make it planned. And I believe that this might be a great team to remember of. And as of right now, Orlando Magic are ready to see what goes in if they win this game right toward over from each games of the night. And Boston, and then 3 and 4 might be Orlando. It's a big coverage of the conference out there, but watch out. There's a little bit of a change off in immediate that's going to change it all. Let's make this happen and give this one a whirl. Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic head coach Jamal Mosley. This will be the Orlando Magic's to start for his appearance against the Boston Celtics. Starting players are Corey Joseph, KCP of Contavious Caldwell Pope, Franz Wagner, Paulo Banchero, and Wendell Carter Jr. And the other side for the Celtics, Joe Mazzulla is the head coach for the Boston Celtics. And the players are Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Kristaps Porzingis. Let's send you down to TD Garden Arena. Standing by, I have is Tyler Beast, and he's also along with the other two, with Silver Spoon and the third commentary of the crew. Give a warm welcome to Willie from St. Louis. We'll see you all later, everybody, for a post-game show after this game. Let's prepare for this. Magic, Celtics, next on 2K Sports. Let's roll. If you missed this one, you'll check out this recap and see what's going on if you have made the predictions. Let's see what the top plays are.
Option A is from Irv Gotti in my team. Brandon Roy going to work, shakes loose, and double clutches the dunk. Full rotation, full power, and the foul. A great reward card, making a great play. Gods event. Working out on the baseline, bending for a quick double bounce drill through the legs. The layup has a little mag on it too, between two block attempts. Supernatural submission, but is it enough to win your vote?
I hope y'all saw what I just did.
What's your choice? They're both nice, but which one is your top play of the week? We're looking for posts on social media with the hashtag 2KTVWOW and your gamer tag. What catches our eye? Awesome assists and sensational scoring plays. So send them our way. Thanks, everyone. Hope you're lighting the beam out there in Season 6. See ya!
And as they're coming down to the locker room, here they are. They're at Boston to get ready for the game night. Greetings everyone at Boston Arena. I'm Tyler Beast and I'm here with my broadcast partner with Silver Spoon and Willie from St. Louis. Tonight is the doubleheader of the game from the afternoon coverage of the NBA playoffs. It's the Magic and they're taking on against Joe Mazzulla's team, the defending champion of the Boston Celtics real game, and as they're ready to take things on, here are the starting groups. White is with on to Jaylen Brown. Tatum is with on Drew Holiday. And KCP is right to the other side. He's with on the other take from Paolo Banchero. Ben Carter Jr. is right toward middle. Vince Wagner. And right toward it is KCP the other way. And finally, we have Corey Joseph on the start. Here we go. First game at Boston starts now. Wagner's right toward in a wing as he will start things off and now finding Carter Jr. for the three. The first three-pointer can't hit the mark. As Brown right toward in a wing, he will slow things down a little bit. He'll send a pass to Jason Tatum. Tatum's right toward the outside as he looks it right over to White. He looks to Holiday. Holiday looks to Tatum. Tatum around Banchero. And he'll scoop and drive. This will be Jason Tatum's first bucket. Playing in for some real good confidence out there for Jason Tatum. He's one of our biggest processor that just makes a great stuff. He really has been showing what he's been playing it for. Competition is definitely what everyone takes in. And for some reasons, Tatum is one of our big. Holiday now finds again a Porzingis. Porzingis slow, sinks down a bit. And a pass. Now finds Brown. He looks to Holiday. Holiday looks to Tatum. Tatum back to Holiday. Holiday. Roll around Banchero. It'll be a first foul on Orlando. That'll be their first team foul. That's Banchero's first personal foul.
First team foul.
Here's some great cuts here with your Holiday, and this is what the start makes it in. I mean, this is what happens with Banchero. He just really loses his grip. He didn't really think he was going to start off to that late. Holiday's at the free throw line shooting two. This will be our first trip to the free throw line for the Boston Celtics. Just stop the clock here with only 6:46. Holiday knocks down the first free throw. Well, you got to say now that Drew Holiday's been one of our biggest, and for bitter support, he was really like all in competition is on his way down. And just look how Banchero has been looking to react to this one. And because you can't even play it like you did for, you have a lot of them to take on your track. And a second free throw knocks down for Holiday. Here's Wagner as the team are down by 2. Wagner now finds Carter Jr. and he rolls to Banchero. Right to Wagner. Good set up D for Brown as he shows up in time. Brown's got a second rebound minute. Tatum with the screen. Decided to allow me alley-oop to KP. And he roughs it with a slam dunk down. Oh, what a nice speed off from here. KCP really succeeds that KP was slamming it down. I think that KP was a great handle with the first alley-oop success. After Brown, here's Banchero. The pass, now finding Corey Joseph. Wagner's right toward outside. Right toward the middle. On a layup, and this will scoop in for 2. Wagner with his second bucket of the game. Now as Jason Tatum rolls in right toward the other wing as he looks for another take. 7 change, now finds White. White. Moving around on the floor, now finding Holiday. Holiday looks to White. White sends over to Tatum. Here's a cut motion for Tatum. And he won't get it back this time. It's Joseph with the rebound. Here's Wagner. Banchero for 3. Wagner, a second chance, and a foul will be picked up on Boston. That'll be the first team foul for Boston. First personal foul on Derek White. Wagner's heading to the free throw line, shooting 2 for Orlando Magic. You know, Franz Wagner is not really what the possible it is for. The players definitely getting a lot of it used to on their beings. You know, take that personal, and that one reaches over, and there's this no optional to why. They've really been knocking things down, and what has happened is they're going to get that one knocked out. Wagner hits the first free throw. You know, you can't say about Franz Wagner. He was really like all with his better use. And for those of you who don't know how to say it, it's Wagner. It's a German part of a word, and then you got to make sure you have this one correctly. Gets for pronunciation for the last names. Key to digits is the right way to have that one stopping. Big times effort. Doesn't stand a chance. Wagner's free throw's good for 2. Looks like that confident may be Franz Wagner. He's really giving all what he takes. Holiday's right from outside. He now finds again to White. White looks to pass to Brown. Brown to White. White up at the 2-pointer line. That rolls it out, and it's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner from outside, and he rolls right along in with a layup drive for number target, and Banchero takes a one-hand dunk down. Just to take in with a fervor throw down, and they're up by 2. Ooh, a little bit of start off for Banchero. You must have had that one with a great slam. Here's Brown, right toward outside. He bounce passes to Holiday. Holiday slides back, now finds Brown. He looks to White. White looks to Tatum. Tatum toward the move. Great figgy. And the finish off for Jason Tatum's got 4 points. Oh, looking very comfortable here for Jason Tatum. Might be a very hard use of it. Skills. Don't really take that often, like. Banchero's outside. Here they come, right toward the middle. With the shot, trying to put up a fancy move, and this one misses again. KP with his first rebound. He will now send over to White. White setting a little time in traffic. That finds Tatum. Tatum looks over to Brown. Brown Wagner, and good. Brown finishes off with the drive as he rolls it in with a number 2-pointer. They've really got to be 6 afterwards. That Jaylen Brown makes a great scoop. Here's Wagner. Up and in. Good. That's a great pass by Banchero with the assist. Now it's a 10-10 game with only 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Tatum looking around. He now finds it again to White. White. The bounce pass to Porzingis. Porzingis looks to Tatum. Over now to Holiday. Holiday still trying to find in. Tatum right toward outside. Rolls over Banchero. That's an hour missed by Boston. 3:11 to go in the first quarter of the game. And now it's Wagner's right toward the outside. He now finds Banchero. On a throwdown. Took it in. That would be the first throwdown to put it in for Banchero. Timeout call by Boston Celtics with 3:04 to go. We really just had something a little bit of a problematically, and it just doesn't make any favor to change up immediately. This really must have been a hurt. And as we're looking over it before, as you recalled this before for the last part of the game, as we are looking to see what this brings in. You know, as for Anthony Black, as this last game was not really what they expect for Jonathan Isaac with his better interview. It's a great win, as he already talked to one of his intermediates on their post-game interview. He really showed what he just made it do. It's big off at a big stake, and he just feels that there was a lot of great happenings out there. But I'm pretty sure that he must have been a pretty great guy to make the finish out of it look easy. You know how possible that is there, gentlemen? It's a lot of work. Of course there is. I mean, they really show what goes on. I mean, what they say is for Jonathan Isaac, he's really like a big taking pressure. Nothing really stands out, but they've really been a one big taken, and what they've done now, it's just what they are doing it for. It's great plays on the best take. Just give a listen to that crowd. They really enjoyed it. Substitutions are on the court for the Magic and for the Celtics. Right now, as there's a couple guys on the court and are subbed out, 4 players are checked in. Black, Isaac, Batatse, and Anthony. The Celtics making new changes here as 4 players checked in, 1 player moves on. Hauser, Holmberg, Cornet, and Richard. White toward outside. Skip to corner. Over Batatse, and a layup drive won't put it in. Batatse's got his first rebound, now finds Black. Here's Black for the finish. Nice D by Luke Cornick. He's got his first rebound of the night with only 2:30 to go. Easy settle in here for Luke Cornick. I mean, good settle in. I mean, he uses energy, but he just wants to slow it down just to make a reset. Now Bridges right toward outside. 5 Time to shoot. They need to get moving. Horford over Batatse. And drops in for the two. Al Horford with his first bucket against the Magic. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Wagner's on Hauser.
2 minutes
And right toward the middle, make another throw down. That will be on Wagner with a lot of bigger teams here. 10 points this game. What happened to the rest of them? They're not shooting it really well. Richard right there outside now finds White. White slows down, now finds Horford. Horford around Isaac. And a solid D here by Jonathan Isaac. And this rebound by Batatse. Here's a deep pass. Wagner for three. Rolls in a rebound. And slammed down by Jonathan Isaac. That will be the first one to take in for Isaac on a secondary move. What happened out there? That must have been taken in for some big slam dunk scheme for Isaac. He just really wants to win it all to end the trail. Play turn outside. I'll send over now, finding Pritchard. Pritchard. It's to White. Oh, what a great communication here for Pritchard. As White's got his first bucket. Looking really well. That must have been a great key. I mean, great start, good setup. And Anthony will finish off with a drive the other way. 18-14 to score. White trying to look for a leadoff. White looks to Horford. Horford looks to pass again to Butcher. Hauser straights her outside. Just about 46 seconds left remaining in the first. 6 to shoot. Butcher. White for three. Triple range is good for White outside. He has 5. Just about 30 seconds left in the first. Well, this whole corner out there, they made that as easy possible for Derek White. He really knows what he can have to do. And a foul will be put up in for Celtics. The corner with his first personal and their second team foul for Boston. Tightness score here with only 21.4 seconds. And it's Anthony at the free throw line shooting 2. Not saved for Cole Anthony. And now the new changeup is putting in for Magic. As right now, Gary Harris is checked in. And as Wagner and Isaac are checked out, Da Silva is checked in. Craig is checked in for Luke Cornett. And Horford moves over to center. Free throw is good for Anthony. Just about 20 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. White takes it easy here, and as now Pritchard will send it right over toward the wing. Pritchard looking around a little bit. 9 seconds to shoot. Pritchard find a pass to Hauser. Hauser for a move, and that will end the first quarter. That's a missed shot for Hauser. 20-17 to score. Close neck here. It's definitely a closing Richard in the first quarter. Well, they don't stand it now. Bill, they have to do some overtake if they get there. First quarter comes to an end. 20-17 to score. We'll be back soon, right after this. You're watching the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports presented by Google. And if you're just tuning in for the second quarter, we've got our live action for you. A tight game, 20-17. Big scores on a drought there, fellas. What's your take? Well, I don't know what happened here for Celtics. They've really been pushing it in. I mean, great start. It's definitely alright. But the second part of it didn't do often. They've got to find another way to get through this. I totally agree. They may need to do a little changing. And the Celtics can definitely have a higher back. We start the second quarter as we're back with us. Craig is with on holiday. And it's Brown right toward in the wing. Porzingis is right toward center. And Tatum is toward the corner. Over the range in the net. That goes to Porzingis with his second bucket. Black is with Harris. Then it's to Silva right to small forward. And Charo to point forward. corner, catches in for Banchero. A rookie of the year playing off of his higher stats. He's been dropping in for his big league. Well, you don't see what happens now for Oliver Banchero. He's making a great three-pointers in the range. Just make him settled if you can. Brown now finds Craig. He looks over to Tatum. Tatum spreading around. Here's a shot. Tatum with a nice drive in. He has 6 points. Great communication in. All this happens now for Jason Tatum. He's one of the veterans from Duke University. He really made it all impossible enough. He's definitely a big up. Tatum feeling around a little bit. And he now finds Holiday. Holiday now finds Craig. Fades. Trying to get out of the paint. Holiday toward the corner. Tatum. With the finish, big drive, and he breaks that in. We've got 8-point bucket score. Tatum is on the move. Well, this big hustle puts up for Tatum to make a quick start here. Black turned away. Finds De Silva with a 2. That's solid. He puts it in for Jason Tatum. As Porzingis with his second rebound. Porzingis feeling around a bit, now finds again a crack. Porter from LA LaForce stocking in for Joe Mazzulla, and what his better team is, for Jason Tatum, we're on a big stride. We really have been worked so hard, and guess what we did now? We really have to start seeing what's going on with the next stop. This is definitely what we all have to choose for here, fellas. They make it possible. Well, definitely my other occasion for Jason Tatum. He's really like a big superstar on the active. And what I big notice about him, he really changed everything on his big life. Take a look at his big motion first step list, but his own score doesn't mean anything. After a jump ball, Celtics will keep it. 5:30 left in the first half of the game as Craig has the ball. Now he rolls out to Jaylen Brown. Flopping, turning things up. Overhead pass. Holiday up. That's missed again, off target. Black the other way on his own rebound. He's on a hustle. Black. No screen given off by Batatse. Harris is on Craig. Watching in. Black in. Around Holiday. And a big T puts it in for Holiday. He has his first rebound. And now he's off to KP. Looks to Brown. On a jumper. And good. Great pass by KP. Jaylen Brown entering it in with his second bucket score. Banchero. And he rolls around here to Silva for 3. He rolls it deep. And has his first three-pointer of the night for De Silva after Banchero with the assist. Tightness rumbles. I mean, this really doesn't give anybody a better use of it. They really have to start figuring things out. Now as Tatum tries to turn outside, he now finds again Brown. Brown slides to Tatum, and the finish goes on, and a foul picked up on Magic. De Silva with his first personal and her first team foul is on Orlando. Tatum's at the free throw line, shooting 2 for Boston.
At the line for 6 shots.
4:11 to go in the first half of the game. As we've seen about Jason Tatum, he is one of our biggest stars. I'll have more thoughts about him for later, once the next time it appears. Tatum buries the free throw. New changes for Magic as Faulkner and Isaac are checked in for Batatse and Harris. A lot of both teams out there. Caldwell Pope with Joseph. And as for the Celtics, Jason Tatum moves over to the point forward position. Cornette, Brown, and the other ones are making new changes here for the Celtics. Second free throw drops in for Jason Tatum. Here's Faulkner. Only scored 10 points in this game, and he'll use his timeout with only 4:07 to go. Big status here as we're looking at for Jason Tatum, the winner of biggest of the games. with his American basketball power forward position. He really knows this, as the name goes with Jason Christopher Tatum Sr. He really has a lot of things to say about this, and by the moment that he has been waiting for, he is able to make all of his best moments. After winning his first title in 2024 NBA Finals with his team, he really showed all what he has done. And being born in St. Louis, Missouri, by age 27, it's currently what is known to be out there for. And then he went to high school in Chaminade, and this one is Creve Coeur in Missouri. And then he has played 1 year with Duke, as he really all showing that he's been professional. I really say Jason Tatum is one of our big stars out there. Are they going to get rid of him for Boston Celtics? No, of course not. I really say Jason Tatum is definitely like a Venus to society. Show what you have here. If you give it all you have, do it. That's what I always make a move on it to show Jason Tatum the spirit of love that he's done for. And how about the stats for this season in the last 10 games? I say he's been successful. Jason Tatum must have been a big star afterward to make it all. I totally agree with this one, Silver Spoon. That's what happens with Jason Tatum. He has been on the best of the best. Never drop in for KCP. Well, that one's really quick. Wendell Carter Jr. got a good pass afterwards. Here's Holiday right to the lane. Now finds Cornette. Cornette finds Jaylen Brown. Around Wagner. Good set of D for the Orlando Magic. Their team are down by 1. Fades up high. Wagner's on the outside. Now finds Isaac. On Jason Tatum. Wants to go for the play adjustments. Screen coming. Rejected for the 2. Lead off. No good. Cornette's got his second rebound of the night. And now he's off to Pritchard. Pritchard looks over to Jason Tatum. And over now to Cornette. Give over now, finding Brown. Here's the cut. Pritchard in. On the drive. Good. Great from Pritchard with his first bucket. And Brown with the assist. Look how good this is. This is what happened with the Celtics. They made a good slight at his angle. He got a Pritchard good cut. Outside Isaac for 3. That's missed outside. Never missed here for Orlando. Now the pass now finding Pritchard. Looks to Brown. Brown sends off to Holiday. Holiday looks over to Brown. Here's a 3 for Jason Tatum. And miss off the 3-pointer outside. Only 2:30 left to remain in the first half, and now here's Wagner. Wagner settling in a bit. Move around. And that one misses the shot. Pritchard missed first rebound. Only 2:15 left. Cornette with a screen. Bounce pass to Cornette. Up it goes and good. Cornette's got his first bucket and Pritchard with the assist. Now you see what happens now with Cornette. He's really given all what he did. This is what he made him do. A couple on a shot doesn't happen all that could take it. And a rebound by Jason Tatum. Yeah, the second rebound of the night. Over down to Brown and stolen by Wagner. Here comes the fast break for the Magic. Outside. Wagner. Around the wing. And Cornette blocks a shot. Joseph. Screen on Isaac. The finish pushes out. And you'll get a follow-up D here for Pritchard. First block of the game goes to Luke Cornette. How about that? Cornette's just the guy in the first block to start that game. Tatum. Up for 2. Misses again. Carter Jr. with his own rebound. Now back to Corey Joseph. Joseph to Isaac. On a shot. Rebound up. It's good. That will be Isaac's with his second bucket. They're down by 3. Don't forget, folks, we have a halftime show coming up for you. As we have Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaq O'Neal for our biggest of the reveal. Start-off game was a big struggle, but this one was intense. Magic on a great start for the first game, but there might be a lot more to be done. That'll be all of them what they do, but they've got to see what they get over and under. foul will be on Boston. Drew Holiday with his first personal foul, only 30 seconds remaining in the first half of the game. Yeah, they're not playing it like that. I mean, that Mosley's really like getting all frustrated up. And not even Masula really at all. They've really gotten stemmed. Free throw coming up for Wendell Carter Jr. as he's at the free throw line shooting two. Knocks the first free throw down. New group checking in for the Magic and for the Celtics as Cole Anthony's checked in for Corey Joseph. Celtics make new changes here as for Hauser, Horford, and White are checked in for Holiday, Brown, and Tatum. And that's good for the second free throw. Here's White, only scored 5 points in this game in the first half of the game. White now finds again a Hauser. Looks over into her middle, around the corner of the game, and great D by Carter Jr. Orlando trailing by 3. Here's Wagner on the finish throwdown. Here, down by 1 quickly to end the first half. Well, I thought there was going to be a lead up, but they didn't. Richard, looking outside, now finds Hauser. Hauser for the bus beater, and he drains it! Let the light roll out for the first half, and it's a 37-34 game. What a great chance. You can't spend that one for Sam Hauser. What a shot. And so we end the first half. 37-34 is the score. We'll take a quick break when we come back to the flow. Now, halftime is on. See you there, everybody. Let's check out the first half here. This one was been a big, absolute successful. Look how hard it goes through. Tight, even contested is putting in with some big shots in by Celtics and the Magic. Let's have a status for you there, Roy, about the Celtics. Well, they're very good. They're putting a lot of great energy on the block. Let's keep their digits in on the big line. And how about you there, Sotheby's, about Magic? Well, Magic are definitely like on a tight contest game, and they're really been like pulling in on the job. They really need to see what they can do if they're trying to give some blocking efforts. Wagner's up there, but Tatum's on behind. I think there's going to be a tight contest between those two guys. And that about wraps it up for the Friday halftime show. Let's get back to the court with Tyler Bates and his gang. See you later, everybody, for the post game. You've been watching the 2K Sports halftime show. Welcome back, folks, as we're ready to get started for the third quarter in Boston Arena. Our status for Jason Tatum, as he's been rolling in with a great static. But for Franz Wagner, he has 12. Great throwdowns here so far, as he has the first half to put in on a rush. Well, there might be one take for Franz Wagner, and for sometimes, however it does, it will happen again. I'm probably going to say now that Franz Wagner might be another star victim. Let's watch out for the danger. We start the second half as we're ready to get this thing on the board with the Celtics. Holiday is with on Derek White. Brown is right to small forward. Van is Jason Tatum. And Porzingis in towards center. Tatum toward the wing. Three-pointer misses off the carry. Franz Wagner right toward Corey Joseph. And he rolls now finding to Carter Jr. on Porzingis. Give it back to Corey Joseph. Joseph, the screen by Banchero. Right toward the wing. And this will roll off the rim. And it's now back to Brown. 7:16 to go in the third quarter. He now finds it to Porzingis. Porzingis now finds to Brown. Brown looks to Holiday. Holiday rushing in, now finds Brown. And here's the drive, up and in, good. Brown's got 8 points in the game. Just about 7 minutes remaining in the third. Oh, that feels like very good for Jaylen Brown. I mean, he really had all. What they changed out to him, he didn't really think of all. Franz Wagner's from outside with the finish, and he scores another one. Trying to beat out Jason Tatum. He has 14. Well, there's no tightness of the game for Franz Wagner. He's only had 6 out of 12 for this night. And for this game, he's really stepping in pressure. Holiday is right toward outside. He now finds it, and an offensive foul will be picked up by Boston. This will be on Porzingis for his first foul. Now this will be a new changeover back to Orlando. Wagner's checked out as Black's checked in with Beyonce. And now Joseph is on Holiday. The Passover now finding Beyonce. Talking from Alley LaForce about Mosley that we have really been hyped up for. And for some of the reasons that this would happen with Banchero, he really had to shoot everything that he had been doing before. Now he has to find an area to get back into action. Well, big scores doesn't really mean to say, but Beyonce, he's really made all this bitter history. And their team for the Magic, they need to be finding a clue key, close range. It doesn't start often, and they have to find a give a go look if they need to get there. Wow, what a block by Beyonce. Did you see that? And out of bounds puts in for the Magic. This will be Boston ball. And the status for points of the game. Only the best game was 23-24 season. Yes, everyone loving Drew Holiday afterwards. I mean, they've really been kept on coming. They just really like him. How he doing? Now as for Joseph's checked out, as De Silva is checked in. Now the Magic will make a new change afterwards, and this will be back the other way. Magic trailing by 3. 5:40 left to go in the third quarter. Tatum looks to Brown. Brown flips over to Porzingis. Up again. And they won't get it back this time. Beyonce with his own rebound. And as for Black, is back on the way to a sprint. In the end zone. Black back to Banchero. On his way down. With the finish. KP with the block. He's got 2 in a row for rejections. Well, that KP must have had a great time in this steal, but he didn't really figure that covered. KP delivers a 2 and a timeout given over by Magic. Under 5 minutes in the third. Wow, what just a take on. This action just really kept coming. And you know what happens? Magic spills out. KP rejects that one. Great take. We'd like to remind everybody that the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hotels.com. Find your perfect place somewhere. And by AT&T 5G. Connecting changes everything. And here with a moment here with the last interview of the finals. This one goes to Jason Tatum as he makes him growing up to be one of his stars and to make a dream big for Jason Tatum.
I mean, maybe getting drafted, that's something that you dream about, but this is at the top of the mountain. To be able to say we did it, that we came together and we won a championship, banner number 18 that's been hanging over our head for so many years, to know that we're going to be engraved in history, and it still hasn't registered. I'm just still trying to process it all, but we did it. We won a championship.
And boy, do we know about that. Jason Tatum is one of our biggest supporters. Has won their first title with the team of the Celtics. Looking like he wanted to get more than that. But maybe he wants to have 2 more or 3 to tie up with Stephen Curry. I don't say so now. I mean, I would say Jason Tatum is really our biggest gamer. Come on, folks. Do we need Jason Tatum to be on a big legendary? He's overrated. Everyone loves the credit. And the foul has been picked up on Orlando. Calvi Batase with his first foul. And their first team foul. Opposite side since the All-Star game. These Celtics only had a lot of great range afterwards. But the tie-in for Magic was definitely kind of close, tricky range. Well, I don't know what they did now. I mean, they've really been kept on going back and forth with the tight contest, and this is a higher bet. Really what they say now is for the Celtics, they were definitely the better team. I don't know what they definitely did, but they really been stacked out. After free throw made in for Drew Holiday, he has 1 more to get. And Let's talk about this one for Drew Holiday. He played last time with the Milwaukee Bucks by the 2021 season. It looks like he was definitely trying to earn another victory to get there. But for the honors, it doesn't really happen with anyone that may a little bit out of the gaps in our line zones. They don't seem to care for it, but how often they've really dunked it. Now Harris is on White this time with only 4:20 to go in the third. Bedate with the screen. Denies it. Harris toward the zone on the elbow. No good. Porzingis with his own rebound. He got his third. Just 4 minutes in the third. Brown right toward wing, and he will now try to give the pass over, now finding Craig. Craig now finds again a White. White, back pass to Craig. Craig. Holiday for three. Triple range, no good. That's another missed three-pointer for the Boston Celtics. Here's Black. Two-man defending. Pass to Bedate. And put it back and knocked him down. That one puts a slam over into a rebound on KP. Oh my, listen to the crowd of this one here. I thought there was no foul on the floor. They didn't really care at all. Now he rolls to Jaylen Brown with only 3:20 to go. Here, another pass finding Greg. Greg gets to Holiday. Holiday toward the middle and a slammer! What a take for Drew Holiday as he rolls in with one hand. What a crowd reacted to this one. That Drew Holiday must have gotten a great piece to put in the gap effort. Banchero toward Wayne, watching the free clock violation, and Craig with the rebound. Craig's got his first rebound of the night. He's over now to Drew Holiday. Going for two. Foul, and this will be off the mark. The Silva, the second personal foul, and the second team foul for Orlando Magic. What happened with here? I thought that Drew Holiday was able to make the finishing drive to make it easy. Derek White, seemingly the proud himself for Drew Holiday. He's heading to the free throw line, shooting a number two. Well, I don't know what they did do for it. The Silva really just kept on bad in desperation. This really must have had some own kind of contest, and he just made a contest to put it in for those point guard players. They really got to step in things in. KP's checked out, and as right now, we have some couple players in. Banchero, as right now he's watching on. Isaac and Anthony, as they're both checked in. Al Horford back on the court on center guard, subbing in for Porzingis. That second free throw won't budge in. Isaac right toward Wayne, down to Silva's right toward the opposite side. Over Salzer, put it back to D, and put back in for Jonathan Isaac, makes it in. It's now a 4-point game between Magic and Boston. Richard settling his own time with only 2:30 to go. Richard, pass broken up by Banchero. Here comes Anthony, a finish, and scores a try for Cole Anthony. After a steal, it turns back the other way. Oh man, they are really knocking it up. The D, not good at all. Holiday settles around the time.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Finds Pritchard. Motion looking for some offensive strategy. Greg right toward outside. They gotta get moving. And he pulls a fancy move for Craig. He has 4 points. The bench got scoring the Celtics by 7 for the Magic. Well, they really did see that going. Dorian Craig's really going on again for energy. Harris, up and 2, rebounded it. Up it goes, and misses again. With his own rebound with under 90 seconds. Greg looks to pass, finding Holiday. Holiday finds the pass to Hauser. Fades, trying to watch on a shot block. Now finds Greg. Now Richards right toward the corner. Bounce pass, gives over to Horford. Craig rolls in, and good. Another 2-pointer for Dorian Craig. He's got 6. Final minutes in the third quarter. Anthony's right toward the wing. On the drive, the 2. Good. Holiday with his own rebound. He has number 2. Holiday looking around after him. And a pass down finds Hauser. Hauser Hauser's right toward it, backs it up. Back stepper now finds Pritchard. Pritchard goes again to Hauser. Hauser, give back pass to Holiday. Over on the cut, and a foul. There will be a bucket and one this time as it's fouled on Harris. That'll be his first 13 foul for Orlando. Looked like no confidence between here for Orlando Magic. I thought this one's going to be like stepping in for Don for a reason. 2 shots coming up for Drew Holiday. He's at the field trip to the free throw line for the 3rd time. Just 32 seconds. Well, they really missed a mention now. I mean, what happened with the defenders, they are not getting extra speed. They really have to start paying attention. That score's not going to drown them in. Now the first subs are coming in on the court. 3 players checked out, 3 players checked in. Banchero, and as if both players are checked out, as KCP checked in, we have Franz Wagner. And Wendell Carter Jr. checks in. Tatum's back on the court, getting ready to finish the 3rd quarter. And he makes the 2nd free throw. Holiday's got 9 points in his game. Only 30 seconds left between a shot clock and game clock. The drive, no good. Boston Celtics on a pretty good run afterwards, and this one goes right back to Holiday. Holiday now finds Hauser against Wagner. Looks to Pritchard. And around the move, backstepping, a jumper, and it rolls in and out. Wagner with his own rebound with 3 seconds. 4-2. And he dumped it in. What a great shot for Wagner. And this will end the 3rd quarter. 52-46. It's tight this game, but the winner of the first game will be on the board for the series. Well, this might be what they did. It's going to be excellent to finish it all. 3rd quarter already been played. 3 down, 1 to go. 4 quarters next after this. You're watching the NBA playoffs presented by Google on 2K Sports. Be back after this. And we hope you're having fun with us as this one comes down to a final quarter here for our first game here at TD Garden. All players are set, ready to get hydrated. Let's get the games finished. Here, as for the Magic, we have Phil Anthony. He's on continuous Carmel post. That's Wagner, right to small forward. Carter Jr. right toward the wing. And Batatse towards center. On a start from the range here, as Batatse hasn't really been scoring things over it. And as we're looking to find out what his score is, he's trying to see what he gets to clear. Well, probably the range of it for Batatse. He really must have maintained it for one of the big reasons. And I say is, how Batatse did really so well. It's one of the other games here as he ever been playing for one of his teams. And for some reasons, it might be the most confident that he really been achieving. It's just what he's been doing it for, all you know for. Give it all what they take and keep rolling. This is what happens right now. I mean, both teams are definitely doing so well. He missed the 2nd free throw. Only 1 out of 2 free throws made for Batatse. And now here's KP. He'll send it over to Pritchard. Pritchard sends the pass, finding again to Brown. Brown swings it across, now finding Pritchard again to White. White looks to Jason Tatum. Over Carter Jr. Rolls in and out. Wagner with his own rebound. Tries to put it in with another pass to Anthony. Back to Wagner. Slides it back, now trying to look for some opposite side of the direction. Right toward away. Oh, Porzingis takes the ball away. What a snatch. Oh, no way. How did he get that through? I must imagine it that he really took it all. Here's White, he now finds Brown. Brown with the finish. Spell up jumper, good. Page just took us another shot here, and Brown's got 10 points. You see what happens now. I mean, I've seen what goes in for Jaylen Brown. He's doing a lot of suspicious. They made this one absolutely to stop the pressure. Fades it. Now finds Wagner. Screen for Batatse. Here's the cut. Racing in. That's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis with the 6th rebound of the night. 6:20 to go in the fourth. Now he'll take his time, now he will find it over to get away. And as for now, as Jason Tatum trying to find a screen, here's Porzingis, up it goes in and good. Kristaps Porzingis with his 4th bucket of the night. Jason Tatum adds another assist in the game. Timeout given by Orlando Magic with 6:03 to go. Well, it doesn't stand a chance for Jason Tatum. He just has to bounce past it and just make it roll around for everything to score. This really made him a nice day. I love the energy. This is the hustle. The NBA playoffs on 2K Sports is brought to you by an all-new Kia Telluride XL4, the official auto care partner of the NBA. State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Ruffles, the official chip of the NBA. And by Starry Lines. Changes here for the Magic is right now we have a couple players on the court and a couple players are shut off the court. We have is Anthony right toward in the wing. As right now with Valley LaForce standing by to keep us updated here. We talked about it before, but the last part of it was the biggest score. Batatse was scoring in. There was no way, but he had that one ripping it out. But some of them mentioned that they are expecting to say what he may have done. If Devin really takes it here until less, it's possible. Well, possible isn't our way, but they really are choosing it for. I mean, like, yeah, we really, that this makes it a harder change to make him play for. All the effort on a timing chance didn't really make it all. I was sure enough that they really are been pushing themselves a lot harder. If they don't have any change, nothing matters. Another miss here for Orlando Magic, and now it's Tatum with the ball. Finds over to Pritchard. Give it back past the White. Now Pritchard tries to settle into the screen. Brown right toward the opposite side. Here's Tatum. And up at the two-pointer. And it hits off the rim. Another miss for Jason Tatum. Black outside. Tries to roll it in. Now we will have the open pass. Anthony with nobody around. And another three-pointer drops it off. White to outside. He will now find KP. White will do it again. This time with the screen. Fades. Open look. Pritchard. Misses again. Rebound by White. And out of the three-point violation. Tatum. Tries to roll in. Back stepper for the two. Got it! Three-pointer makes it in for Jason Tatum. Yes, 13 points. Listen to the energy. Oh, they're throwing in big out the road. I mean, what happened with Tatum? He really took a slack. Finding Carwell both for three. The other side, no good. Jason Tatum right toward the other way with the 6th rebound of the night. Tatum rolling it down, now finding Pritchard. Pritchard looks to pass, finding the Brown. Brown in a move. Step up for two, and it goes in. That'll be Jaylen Brown with his 12 points of the game. Looks like a tying score puts him with Jason Tatum on a better record. He is looking like he's flying by. Yeah, I agree with you here, Tyler. When I say before about this really gives them a great chance to give all the best effort. They really are pushing their range right toward the opposite side. I don't see what goes in there, but they really been leaking it out here a long time. Porzingis right around the move, got it. Porzingis got his 10 points in the game, and Pritchard with the assist. It's really a great day to be green, because that's where different is here. Timeout on Orlando Magic with 2:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Don't forget, folks, as we have our next game coming up tonight, will be tonight's game. OKC Thunders battle against the Dallas Mavericks by the state border matchup for the first seed against the 8th seed. Shea of Vertex Alexander, ready to show how it's done. And with all the game here, that'll be on its way soon. And then later tonight, it's all for nothing. Pacific Showdown in the playoffs. The Lakers and the Warriors are the ones to keep things done. So that'll be all games here coming up later tonight. First game starts at 8 p.m. and the second game starts at 10 p.m. Be sure to follow things along here. If you haven't missed on anything, be sure to head on over to NBA and don't forget to subscribe to NBA on the channel. Plus, you can also download the app today by seeing the latest scores and with our biggest postseasons on the matchup. You won't miss out anything. Download today. Alright, let's take a look at our New Balance Player of the Game. Tonight's game of the night, the player goes to Jason Tatum. What they really sure did for Jason Tatum, he is making a dominant history. For the first title that he ever wins, but he makes it a tightness on the curve. It's just really what they say now. Jason Tatum is on a big, strong tape. He really loves the crowd. He loves to make the rolls. Play and drives are great. Make it happen. Here's Banchero with under 2:50 left to remain in the fourth quarter regulation. Banchero's on holiday. The screen of Batante. Rolls right to Faulkner. Over and away. And a miss here by Orlando. Orlando hasn't really been scoring it for the last 19 minutes in the game. Faulkner's only had 7 out of 17 field goals this range. Only with some throw downs in the angle. Didn't want to think of it here. Wow, Tatum! He rolled it right toward the middle. It felt like fade, pump, boom. Show off. Oh wow, Tatum, he's really like on a big star. I love this energy. This is a crowd favorite. Carmel Cook, there's nobody around, got the three. So it's now a 65-52 game. Down to 2 minutes in the final quarter of game number 2, game 1 for the Eastern Conference first round. As right now, here's another one to Holiday, and it's over now to Brown. Brown switches over, now finding to Tatum. Tatum, back to White. Here's a shot. And this is it on the target. For God's sake, it's got its own rebound. Now he finds Joseph. 3 for Daka. And good. They're pulling it back down by 10. They don't really see what they just do for her. They just really need to keep shooting. White rolls back, now finds again a Holiday. Holiday rolls it over, now finding again a Brown. Brown. Swing ahead, now finding White. Here's a shot. That pulls off another miss too here for Derek White. 1:15 left. Joseph. He finds Banchero. Up he goes, it goes in. 65-57 to score. They are just putting an 8-0 run in the last 1 minute of the game. Tatum pulling it down. Down to the final minute of the fourth quarter. Rolls to Brown. Brown loses it, and it's stolen by KCP. Here he goes for the finish. Get it back. Double man on him. Outside Banchero. Good! They're rolling back in now. Oh, they got to make it clear. I mean, they just don't have time to get there. And now they have to foul it right away because they have to keep moving. Here's Holiday. And a miss. That'll be Batante. 30 seconds left. Bonner spins it. Batante to Banchero. Up with the 2. And no good. They'll take this intentional foul for Magic, as this will be Joseph's first foul. Now Batante's checked out as Wendell Carter Jr. checked back in. 1 foul to give for Orlando. And that will be it. Holiday's heading to the free throw line, shooting 2. Just under 20 seconds remaining in the fourth. Well, they're out of timeouts already. It looks like their coaches will have to use the final timeout if he makes 2 free throws. This is not going to happen that much because this is what they really have to get through for Drew Holiday to score. Holiday hits the first free throw. Final group substitutions are on the court for the Magic as Carwell Pope, Faulkner, and Banchero are done. Harris, Da Silva, and Isaac are checked in. Celtics do the same thing too. 3 players out, 3 players in. Hauser, Craig, and Hal Horford are checked in. And he drops the second. Final timeout for Magic with under 20 seconds. This was an absolutely amazing first part of the game of the night. First 1 o'clock game, then 3 o'clock game, and now we will wait later for an 8 o'clock game. What do you say? Do you love this one? I say so. I don't really say when they all end up their lead on. They're all over for the lucky luck. They really have to be like out all everywhere. They didn't really think it was going to happen like that, do you think? No, not at all. Well, I don't say what it is, but this really gets them a great intentional scores. He really has done it all. I feel like this was all they did to keep things staying alive. And probably on the next occasion, I think the next score is going to keep it big. And for now and always, this one will be the next deal. Stanley Cup playoffs are coming back in for a new part of the postseason to get the second match. Without the Rangers, it will be our next take in for new teams. As will be Ottawa Senators and the Canadians are rolling in the wild card to join in for the playoff spot. But the Columbus Blue Jackets definitely have a little hard range here. We'll keep an eye on this one here shortly. But as of now, it is already finished. And so this moment, don't miss out. The Stanley Cup playoffs of NHL 25 on EA Sports. Beginning on May 2nd, May 3rd, only on Centerpiece. Catch all games year long by subscribing to this channel. And as the final wave is putting in, Drew Holiday and her team ends it off. 67-59 is the final score. Celtics starts the first games in the series 1-0. And they have done it all. It was nowhere to be clean as they finished off with a big save. It's a big take. We love this bleed green. That's different here. And as now, we will be sending over to Ali LaForce.
These guys, this team is winning games. What's coming together for this group right now?
Honestly, I think it's a bit. I think it's a comfortability with each other. I think it's the chemistry on the court. And from there, it's chemistry builds, you build confidence, and man, it's fun to play,
I do. I hope it continues to build. It's been fun to watch. Thanks, Drew.
All right, Ali, thank you so much. Well, it's been a game, and afterwards, we couldn't get the job done. For all of us here, I'm Tyler, and I'm along my broadcast partner with Silver Spoon and Willie and Ali LaForce. This has been a presentation of the second game of the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. So long in Boston. All right, Tyler, thank you very much. Final score 67-59. Celtics starts up in the lead for the first home game win to put up in, but they have a much game to go through in games 1 through 7 for the best of 4. Here's how they did with the total statistics. 54% for the Boston Celtics, over 31% for the three-pointers. That was for Orlando Magic, but they didn't do it for. 92% free throws for Boston Celtics. 11 fast break points for Orlando. Then it was 36 points in the paint for Boston Celtics with 12 second chance points on Orlando. Only 20 for the bench points on Orlando. Then it was 22 for Boston Celtics. 11 defensive rebounds for Orlando Magic with only 30 defensive rebounds for Boston. 3 steals for Orlando Magic and only 4 blocks for Boston Celtics. 1 team turnover with the 4 points off for Orlando. 14 fouls for Boston, 7 for Orlando, 16 biggest lead for Boston with 18:45 time of possession. This makes it an incredible insane on the game here, dear. What do you say there, Roy? I guess so. I mean, really can't make it all happen to win, but that really made a great change. And now it's time to send over to Roy Cruz for 3 stars. Alright, thank you so much. As I start off with 3-star players in the game, this one doesn't really start that oftenly. As I said at the bottom of show, with 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 6 out of 13 field goals, and he only made 1 3-pointer. Just 2 dunks that he made that one on the throwdown, and it's 18 performance effort. He didn't really think he was going to settle in, but that's all what had happened. Then the 2nd-star player of the game, this really took out a lot of energy. Franz Wagner, 19 points, 8 rebounds with 1 assist, 1 steal, 8 out of 18 field goals, 1 3-pointer. He only had done 21 performance effort and only 3 dunks. There was no obvious on the question. They didn't seem to care for it at all. And he noticing that he just had a great first half, but the second half didn't really cut it on. And your number 1 star goes to New Balance player of the game, Jason Tatum. 1 3-pointer, 6 out of 13 with 3 assists, 7 rebounds, 15 points, 21 performance effort, and only 1 dunk. He's a big O from veteran of University of Duke. He really been showing what he got. That's what Tatum does to make it strong. And that's going to do here for the first 2 games in the afternoon. Thank you very much for watching. And don't forget, folks, coming up later tonight will be the Thunders against the Dallas Mavericks, playing at Paycom Center in OKC. This is going to be amazing on a dual matching by the 1 versus the 8th seed. So get ready for tonight's game. First game starts at 8, and then the second game following by Lakers versus the Warriors at 10 p.m. In the meantime, we are wrapping it up. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all soon for the other side of the game. Anyway, on that, we are wrapping it up. Peace out, folks, for a while as the NBA playoffs of 2K25 dial. This is Son of Beast and Roy Cruz signing out, saying so long in Boston, Massachusetts.
If you don't, somebody will.